once again, audience. You are on Late Night with Amon. Tonight, we are talking about the BP oil spill. But first, I am your host, Austin Bowden, and my co-host, that guy. Okay, we have two guests to come on today. But first, that guy. You have any news about the BP oil spill?
In the BP oil spill, more than 200 million gallons of crude oil was pumped into the Gulf of Mexico for a total of 87 days.
That's a lot.
Making it the biggest oil spill in U.S. history.
Oh. Do you know anything of the President Obama announced that his administration would create a $20 billion spill response fund?
I haven't heard anything about that yet, but by the looks of things turning out, it probably will.
And also, do you think there's a method for treating the oil spill while it is in situ burning right now?
I have no thoughts on that.
You have no thoughts. Well, after the break, our first guy is coming on. High score! Oh, we're back. Hello once again, audience. Next, we have our first guest on the show. Come on out, Michael Marshall.
How's your day going?
Hi. Hello, Michael. How do you feel about the BP oil spill?
I don't know. I guess that's a lot of oil. A lot of animals got hurt.
What is-
Yes.
What is your opinion about it starting 14,000 feet below the water?
Don't know how that happened, but okay.
So, you don't understand how a fire can start 40,000 feet under the water?
No, because there's like water all around, and how can flame start?
Well, I can see how the flame starts for a little bit, in just a tiny little part, like pieces of oxygen, I guess.
But
I don't
how
know.
does it keep going?
I'm not a scientist. Okay, Michael. We have some questions for you. Dalton?
So, more than 2,000 million gallons of crude oil was spilt, right? What are your beliefs on what species took it out or got affected by this spill?
Well, I guess the animals that were living near the oil spill.
So what kind of animals do you think live near an oil spill?
What fish?
In the water.
And what about the ducks? Do you ever,
The birds.
birds?
Seals, perhaps?
I would guess the drinking water would have been impacted too.
No, it was in the ocean. No. Okay, Michael, are you aware that President Obama has started a fund of $20 billion for a response fund?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's our time. Hello once again, audience. Up next, we've got a real scientist who knows a lot more about this stuff than we do. She works with wildlife, and her name is Aspen. Please welcome her to the stage. Yeah, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Okay, so how do you feel about this oil spill?
Honestly, if this could have been somehow prevented, it would have been way better for all the wildlife out there.
Obviously, because it says here that
Over 8,000 animals, birds, turtles, and
Exactly.
mammals were reported dead just after 6 months.
Yes, exactly, and we could barely even help those animals out there. There was so much oil within their system, it was disgusting and how much animals were harmed.
so. This is your job, right? To work
Yes.
with the wildlife. So how do you think that the $20 billion from the fund that Obama started will help you save these animals?
Honestly, it does somehow help, but the money is going towards research for newer facilities, newer things that can be put towards how to clean up this mess out there.
Yes.
The news says that responders used 5.5 billion feet of boom, a barrier placed in water to collect and absorb the oil. Is this true?
Yes, there was. There was an extreme amount of booms that we got. The states actually borrowed some from surrounding countries like Canada and Mexico. And so they were given these booms to help clean up, and still only 25% of the oil was recovered.
Okay. So what kind of method are you guys using for treating the water and everything?
Right now we actually can't treat any of the water because we did get the most of what we could get out with the booms. But we now know that only 2% of the remaining 75% that was still left in the water is still in the Gulf of Mexico. But the ocean current has carried more oil around the world that we know.
Okay, and how do you feel about finishing off with the situ burning idea?
It is a good idea, but I have an odd feeling that it will harm the environment more because something could happen and something more could help out with the fish or anything.
And releasing like carbon in the air as well. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes. Okay, and how do you feel about the 17 people who were lost and stuff? Like some of the people who were lost.
Honestly, I extremely feel for their families. It's a great loss to those who couldn't, that haven't been found yet, and the people that are injured. We know that they're doing well, and all I can say is that I hope well for them.
Okay, is it true that BP is responsible for 40 million in fines plus 16 billion due to the Clean Water Act?
I was going to ask that question next.
Yes, they are, but some of the fines are still being in the process as of now.
I see. Okay, so is it true it was 200 million gallons that would leak from those pipes?
Approximately. It could have been more, it could have been less, but it was an approximate guess about it because of how much oil was leaked.
The
Okay.
news is telling us that 11 people were killed, 17 were injured. But is that just an understatement or is that true?
And
Oh,
also, is there people that are literally lost that they cannot find?
Well, we now know because third day when this oil spill was happening, before they capped off the the pipelines, there was 11 people that they could not find. So they gave up the search, the Coast Guard, Houston Coast Guard, I believe, and now those people are now pronounced dead, and the 17 injured are now well with their families or in hospital still.
I see. Okay. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you
It
for
was
having
wonderful
me.
having you.
Yeah, wonderful having you too.
And
Totally.
I hope for the next
Yeah.
tragic disaster you'll be able to welcome to the show again. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Good
Have
luck.
a nice day.
Okay, coming up next, Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake are going to be performing live. See you soon.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute to sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Dalton.